My millionaire husband called me infertile in front of everyone in court. His plan was to annul our marriage and keep all his money. For years I thought my life was a fairy tale, until it shattered into a million pieces right there in a courtroom. My millionaire husband, the man who swore he loved me, stood before a judge and with a chilling smile branded me infertile, all to justify throwing me out with nothing but the clothes on my back. But what he didn't know, I wasn't just there to listen. I was there to deliver a reckoning. Trust me, you absolutely want to hear what happened next. Let me rewind 3 years. Back then I was summer 32, just trying to make my way as an events coordinator in a swanky Manhattan hotel. Then Christian Morrison walked into my life, and honestly, it felt like something ripped straight from a romance novel. 6'2", perfectly sculpted salt and pepper hair, blue eyes that could melt glaciers, and a smile that probably cost more than my entire year's salary. He was planning his company's annual gala. And guess who got the coveted assignment to make his every wish come true? Lucky me. I need this to be perfect, he told me during our first meeting, leaning across my desk with those intense eyes. Money is no object. Famous last words, right? But back then I was absolutely utterly dazzled. This man sent flowers to my tiny studio apartment every single day for a week. He took me to restaurants where the waiters knew his name and the wine cost more than my monthly rent. When he proposed on his penthouse balcony overlooking Central Park, with a ring that could have funded a small country, I genuinely thought I'd won the relationship lottery. Our wedding, straight out of a dream. He spared no expense. Designer dress, celebrity planner, a guest list that read like a Forbes magazine issue. His mother, Elena, flew in from California, dripping in enough jewelry to stock Tiffany's. And Christian's business partner, Marcus, gave this incredibly touching toast about friendship and success that had everyone raising their glasses. I truly felt like Cinderella, finally getting her happily ever after. But fairy tale endings don't prepare you for what happens when the clock strikes midnight and your Prince Charming turns into, well, something much worse than a frog. At least frogs are honest about what they are. The first red flag should have been our honeymoon in Tuscany. We were staying at this breathtaking villa, vineyard views stretching for miles, and I was practically glowing with newlywed bliss. Christian, I said one morning over breakfast on our private terrace, my heart soaring, I've been thinking about starting a family. Maybe we could start trying when we get back. His espresso cup froze halfway to his lips, like I just suggested we sacrifice a goat. That's wonderful, darling, he said too quickly. But let's not rush into anything. We should enjoy being married first. Reasonable, right? Except enjoying being married apparently meant Christian working 16-hour days while I decorated our penthouse and planned dinner parties for his business associates. Every single time I brought up children, he had another excuse ready, like he'd been practicing in the mirror. The company was expanding. The market was volatile. He wanted to take me to Paris first or Tokyo or Mars, wherever he could think of to change the subject. But those trips, you guys, they were absolutely perfect. Christian would transform back into Prince Charming. He'd hold my hand as we toured the Louvre, kiss me on the Brooklyn Bridge at sunset, post romantic photos on social media with captions about his beautiful wife. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.